Hi, everyone. So today, when I sat down to do my work, I was getting a very strong feeling of sixth house energy. And our sixth house is all about our work and the service that we do for others. So I have a feeling that this reading is going to be a work related reading. And I just said meeting, so maybe someone is about to have a meeting at work or already just had a meeting at work. But what I meant to say was reading. And I'm also getting an energy of something really big happening. Like it's a big type of corporate job, or a corporation somehow is involved, or there's some kind of investors that are involved, or maybe an investment that you made is about to pay off. But those are the types of feelings and energies that I'm getting before I've even pulled any cards. Also, I wanted to let you know that if I sound a little bit congested, it's because I do have a head cold, and I am feeling a little bit spacey, but it shouldn't affect the reading too much. Let's see. I'm also getting kind of an energy of, I don't know, like a sadness that may be coming over you for some reason related to this job or related to this investment. Hopefully we'll get more as we come through this, but I do sort of feel like there is something going on where you just don't feel super positive about the situation as it stands right now. But let's see if we can get any details. So we have the Ten of Swords, which is interesting because I was just saying that I don't have the impression that you're feeling very good just in the current situation and the way that things are happening right now. And with the Ten of Swords showing up here, it does kind of confirm to me that there is something needs to come to an end, that something has run its course, something has completed its cycle, and that this is certainly the end. And usually with the swords, it's something to do with conflict. So maybe that's what I was picking up, something that's making you feel kind of sad related to work, that perhaps there's a job that needs to end, or a job that you need to leave, or something that may have been painful that was involved in this. But again, I'm getting a feeling that something that's coming towards you is really something that's going to pay off in large investments and things of that nature. If this is resonating for you, then this is probably your reading. If you feel as though something in your work is coming to an end, but there's something you've been manifesting or something that you've been working on regarding large investments or corporations. And I think that whatever it is that you are working on, we have two kings showing up here. So I do think that you have the wisdom to do whatever it is that you're trying to pull off here as far as what you're moving towards with your work. Because we do have the kings, and the kings are all about wisdom and having the knowledge and the wherewithal to be able to complete the things that they've started. And with the King of Cups falling here, it really tells me that this is something that not only are you knowledgeable about, but it's also something that you love very much and that you value very much. And it may even have something to do with your family. When I see the cups, I often think of family if it shows up in a work reading, which I believe this is. I think that it could be something that you're working on for your family, or perhaps you're working on a family legacy for them, or starting a business or continuing a business so that your generations to follow can all be a part of this company, if that's something that you're feeling you want to do for them. But I do think that regardless of what it is that you're working towards and what your passions are and what you love and the reasons why you're doing it, I think that up to this point, you have already really mastered the skill set that you need in order to launch this thing, which is why I got such a strong feeling that you are building an empire, or you are about to have investors, or you are about to have a corporation perhaps buy your company or whatever it is that you're working on, because you have really solidly shown that you know what you're doing and that you are passionate about it, and you've made the plans, you've done the work. You can see this King of Swords is pointing to this book here with his sword that shows that he has a clear strategy and he has a record of everything that he has done up to this point. And that is usually what investors look for when they're investing in a company, is to see that you have a business plan and a business model and a strategy and all of the things that are involved with starting a business or having someone invest in a business. So then we have the Emperor, wow, the Four of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. So this is telling me, with the Emperor falling here, it's kind of confirming everything that we've already said about you perhaps building an empire or getting investors or things of that nature. We've had two kings and an emperor show up here. And this is what I'm talking about. You running something huge, a corporation, an empire, or partnering with another corporation or something along those lines is really coming through strongly here, which is probably why I was picking up on all of that energy when I sat down, that there's something big happening here with something that you have started or something that you're working on. And I think that you know that. I think that you really have a clear vision, because again, we have a similar figure sitting here with the strategy involved. This is all your research and strategy, but you're laying it at your feet saying, here, it's ready now. I've built this empire. Now who wants to invest in it? And then we have the Four of Wands, which is clearly about a celebration. So this is what you are heading towards. You're moving away from, I always say the energy moves in this direction. So you're moving away from whatever it is that your current work is, or whatever you're trying to get away from, whatever has run its course, whatever has reached its expiration date, and you're now headed towards this celebration. So again, it could be investors, it could be anything, it could be customers, it could be lots of different things that you are celebrating. And the way that you're really seeing yourself in this situation is the Eight of Cups. It's like, you know that you have mastered this. You know that everything that you love about this company that's showing up here with the King of Cups, because it's very clear that this is a labor of love for you. It's like, you know that the time is now, that you've mastered everything you could, but now it's time to go and find investors. You've got this bag that you're taking with you. You're kind of leaving this here. You know it's going to be fine. You've done your work. You've done everything, but you're leaving this now to get someone else to help you do the heavy lifting and to help you partner up. And as we said, maybe find a corporation who wants to take this off of your hands now. And that's what I'm getting from this, which is really kind of bringing together everything that we've said so far, that this has been a labor of love. You've put in a lot of strategy, but now you're putting it at your feet and you're celebrating the fact that you can maybe now find someone who is going to believe in this company as much as you do, because you have the proof here of why they should believe in it. So then we have the Three of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles. Oh, and underneath we have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is a very clear message that the energy is totally shifting in your environment. You had the Ten of Swords here, which is a very painful ending, or you're ending something that was painful for you. But now everything, it's like your wheel of karma is turning, because you have completed this cycle. Perhaps you've learned some lessons, or you've worked through your karma in this situation. But it's so clear just looking at the cards how promising the future looks here when it comes to your work or your business or your enterprise or whatever it is that you're working on here. Because the environment is very good for finding people to work with. So this was you going out to look for the people to work with, and this is you actually finding those people. And now they're taking your strategy that you put here, and now they're adding to it. They're adding their own ideas and creativity. And you can see you're all working together here so cooperatively. So that just tells me that, again, there's going to be a lot of success with what you're trying to do. And that's exactly what you want. And with the Six of Wands showing up here, this is saying you want people to really understand what it is that you can bring to them and why people should believe in your services or your products or whatever it is that you're offering, because they really will have something to really celebrate and applaud you for once you are able to do that. And then for our outcome card here, we have the Two of Pentacles, and the twos are about partnerships. So, and this could also be about making decisions. And what's nice about it being the Pentacles, and again, super confirming that this was a work reading, which is what I felt when I sat down. But with these Two of Pentacles, this tells me that as you go out looking for investors and looking for different people, this tells me that you might end up having some choices to make. There might be so many people and so many investors who are interested in working with you and for you that you'll have some decisions to make about who's going to make the best partner for you and the best when it comes to the investment. So if you think this is one person's investment and this is another person's investment, it's kind of you deciding between the two that who's going to bring specifically what you need for your labor of love, because you do love it so much, who's going to be able to really help you to push the company along in the direction that you had always intended. Wow, so this is really cool. Whatever it is you're working on, you are certainly going to have a lot of opportunities coming out here pretty soon, which is exactly what I thought. So I would like to pull a couple of chakra cards because, as you know, that's what I do. I am, Reiki is my main trade. So therefore, I really like to look at the chakras. So we got heal your heart with confused. So there may be a need. See, this heart chakra is a little more blue than I would like to see. When I look at the heart chakra, I like to tend to see more greens than blues. And this looks to me like it has a little bit too much blue in it, which is making you confused. And that may be, and it's falling right here on top of the Ten of Swords. So if you are feeling confused about whether or not the thing that's painful for you currently is the thing that needs to wrap up and needs to close, then you're right about that. So if you are feeling confused that you don't know whether you should leave that situation or whatever that is that's been so painful for you, then perhaps doing a little work on your heart chakra might be the answer to that. And I can help with that, and I'll show you some ways that you can do that. Underneath, we have the Earth Star with dignified. So this tells me that you're still very grounded, that whatever it is that you're leaving, you're not going to leave in a hasty way or an arrogant way or a F you kind of a way. You're just going to leave with a lot of dignity, knowing that you're going to be able to start your own thing here and have investors. And it's like, it's almost like, it's like, deep down that this is coming. But I think your heart might just need a little bit of healing, maybe because the situation where you feel like you were stabbed in the back, maybe it really did affect your heart. Maybe it really was painful to you on an emotional level, whatever it was that had happened to you in that situation. And that whatever you're working on or were working on or moving away from or whatever karma that was that you were trying to clean up in your life, whatever backstabbing it was personal for you or painful for you, and you took it to heart. So that may be why we need to look at your heart chakra and really try to clear out that energy and try to clear out any blockages that are there. But then we have intuition showing up here. And this tells me that your third eye is really open at this point, and your intuition is really on point. And that's what I think I was saying earlier, that it's like it's like that you're going to be successful with this. You're just kind of patiently biding your time right now until you figure out who these investors are and who ultimately it looks like are going to be fighting or vying for your attention, for the chance to be able to work with you. So that's really strongly what I'm getting, is that it's like what I'm telling you in this reading, you already know, but this may just be confirmation for you. So let's get a couple of tea leaf cards because I like how specific these things can be. So we had Inkpot flip out with problems to be resolved. So this is obviously coming back to this Ten of Swords. Whatever this was, this karma that it looks like you're kind of moving away from that may have affected your heart chakra. It looks to me like those are the problems that still need to be resolved, that they're still in your energy. Otherwise, they wouldn't have shown up in these cards at all if this was not still in your energy. And it looks like it's kind of a current situation anyway. So I do think that you are still kind of working out the kinks with whatever this Ten of Swords backstabbing, if it's a current job that you're just being used and abused in or something along those lines, that you're really working to break out and do something on your own. It could be just as simple as just wanting to leave that job. So we have Tiger, which is doing something risky and taking a chance. And then we have Flowers with happiness. So, and then underneath we have October. So this is like right around the corner because we're almost in October. We're like a week away or something. So this could all be happening for you in Libra season for sure. But we did get Tiger and Flowers. So Tiger is doing something risky and taking a chance. So for those of you who are trying to leave another job but are perhaps confused about whether they're going to do that or not, whether you're going to have the resources that you need in order to pull this off, so to speak, if you're confused about that, the Tiger here is urging you to do something risky and perhaps take a chance. Or maybe if it's you who wants to invest in something, that maybe now this is the time that the Tiger is telling you that go ahead and take that chance. As long as you feel like you have the budget to do it, then go ahead and break out and do it. If it's an emotional blockage, then even more of a reason to take a chance. If it's a financial blockage, then you really have to put pen to paper, of course, and figure out how much you can afford to do now, or how much you can afford to invest, or how long you can go until you wait for your investors. But it looks to me like this is a good time for you to take that chance, take that risk, a calculated one. And then with Flowers, we're showing happiness, which is really interesting because it's showing up with this Four of Wands where everybody's celebrating and having a great time. But also when I sat down to do this reading, I was getting the feeling that someone was feeling sad about something. And I think that's this current energy where your heart needs to heal. You've got 10 swords in your back. You're feeling confused. So that was the sadness that I was picking up on. But as we move through the energy, like I said, moving this way, we're running into Flowers and happiness. So it looks as though whatever this path is that you want to be on, whatever the path is that you're manifesting here, it really is telling me that this is the way forward. This is just keep following your heart. Keep listening to your inner King of Cups, because that inner King of Cups is going to lead you down your path of happiness, because it's really what you love and value in this situation. So I would like to pull a couple more tarot cards from the Transparent Tarot and see if we can just get a little bit more information, maybe a little bit of advice. See what else can come out. So, well, oh, I have those backwards. Huh. So this is the Fool card in the Transparent Tarot. It looks like a butterfly. You maybe can't see it. But this is the Fool card. So again, this is telling me that this is a time to really take that chance that we were talking about. Because that's what the Fool card is all about, is taking chances. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. So, and the Knight of Pentacles is all about investors and investing, which is exactly the other thing we were talking about. I'm sorry you can't see these. But there he is. It's like he's down on one knee offering an investment. And this is what we were saying before. And he's falling right on top of this Two of Pentacles. So almost you can see, which is why it's nice to have the Transparent Tarot, because you can overlay these cards. And I don't know if you can see that or not. Hopefully you can. but it's like he's on bended knee offering his pentacle, and this is you weighing your options and deciding whether or not you want to take that offer. So how cool is that? So it all works out perfectly, which is why I love cards. You guys know that. You guys know I love these cards. I love these cards as much as I love Reiki. So, but speaking of, what I think we should do then, because this is your current situation right now where your heart needs some healing, you have 10 swords stuck in your back, and you're trying to work up perhaps the courage to work in this direction towards your investments, towards your investors. So what I'll do is in the comments and in the description, I'm going to put one of my other videos for a heart healing, for a Reiki heart healing. And you can click on that anytime you want and listen to that anytime you want. It'll just be there waiting for you if you feel like this is you and your heart does need a little healing through the confusion. But also in the Raise Your Vibe in 5 book, I can find a page for the heart chakra, which I always like to do. And, oh, this is a great one. So I found a page for the heart chakra. And the advice for your heart chakra is to eat a salad today. So eating a salad is always usually pretty good advice for anyone on any day anyway. But green vegetables and green leafy things and salads and things of that nature are very good for your heart chakra. So I would say that too. So at this moment, I would say the best advice that I can give for you to you is keep following your heart, because you are so obviously on a path to everything wonderful. But meanwhile, you do have some problems to be resolved that you can do right now for healing your heart, and that you can click on the link I'm going to leave in the description in the comments for your heart chakra. And also eat a salad right now if you can, because that will help too. So that's the reading. So let me know if this was your reading, and please let me know what it is that you're working on, because it sounds really interesting and it sounds like it's going to be super successful. And we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.